Hello people, it's Bell Gaming, and today we're here to talk about the new Lucky Wheel that's come to the game. So as you know, the Lucky Spin event is an event where you can pick when you have a commander that comes every 2 weeks, and you can spin to get a certain amount of tokens for that hero, as well as universal gold tokens, which is really good, speed ups and training speed ups, as well as some resources and gold stars. All in all, this event, the Lucky Spin, usually is one of the most worth it events in the game in terms of gems and tickets spent, due to the sheer amount of speed ups you can get, as well as the really valuable hero tokens and universal hero tokens. So I would say if you're a mid to high spender, this is a really good event to spend gems on. And if you're a low spender, well then you should always be 10 spinning the wheel, and I do have a previous video on how to be most efficient with this wheel each time it comes around if you are a low spender. Now, however, they've made a change to this new event, so as you can see, for the first time, Lucky Spin enables you to choose which hero you want to spin for, which is an amazing change. So let's have a look about how this has changed. So clicking on the plus, you can say, please select your desired hero reward hero. So you can press plus and you can choose these heroes. So you can see it goes all the way back to the original heroes from S1 and S2. We have Kanara here, which I've already finished and awakened, so obviously I won't need to spin for this. You have Ferondil, Freyga, Nico, Bakshi, Madeline, and the new hero Skogul. So this is another opportunity to unlock it if you want. So let's talk about which heroes would be good for low, medium, and high spenders. I would say if you are a low spender, it's imperative that you have at least one Archer March and one Mage March, as you need it for the open field. I would say try to work on one first and focus your tech towards it. As for me, I'm currently focusing on mages, and you can see with my research that I have focused all in on mages, so my first unlock of T5 will eventually be T5 mages. You can choose to go into archers, which I think would be a good choice as well. Both of these are very strong at T5, and I would say as a low spender, you want to go ranged first so you can attack from range and take less damage overall. So keeping that in mind, let's go back here and talk about which heroes are the best ones to choose for this Lucky Spin where you can choose the hero. I would say that what influences your choice is what hero you've already started working on. So let's say you've already got like a 5-5-1-1 Kanara or like a 5-5-1-1 Freyga, for example. I would keep working on them until at least Kanara is awakened or Freyga is 5-5-5-1, as that gives you the most value for the skills. Now, in terms of what heroes I think here are very high value, in order of value, I would say that your top priority should be Kanara. I think Kanara is still a very incredible archer hero. Everything in its skills are good for the open field, a big skill damage, and as well as reduction taken damage. You've got, normal attack damage bonus, and as well as some tankiness, taking away hero skill damage in the open field. You have an increased physical attack, which is amazing, and you also have counter attack and march speed reduction, as well as a defense break on the Awaken, which enables you to use the Rattle Spear and enables you to use its passive. I think Kanara has held up very well, even up to Season 2+, and pairs very well with two heroes, those being either Hosk or Nico. Now, if you have an Awakened Hosk, it's a no-brainer. You can go Hosk Kanara or Kanara Hosk, but I've seen that a really effective match is starting to be Kanara and Nico. Nico's come back into vogue, particularly when you have Nico's Awakened. Now, if you don't have Nico Awakened, I would say that Awakened Hosk and Kanara is stronger, but if you have Nico Awakened at the full number of skills, this skill is just insane. This Awakened passive skill, giving you an extra damage factor of 200 with an 80% chance when you launch normal attack on a target legion that has defense break. And as you know, Kanara can now do defense break with its Awaken. So I'd say first priority is try to get Kanara awakened. Now, if you haven't worked in Kanara, I would say the second choice that you should try and work on, if you haven't started this, is work on Freyga. Freyga at 5-5-1-1 is a very effective hero and can be used either with Syndrion or Kanara, right? So you've got your skill damage, you've got an increased crit rate, which is amazing. You've got an increased normal attack and defense. You've got more attack, 20%, and crit damage bonus. And you also have this march speed and debuff as well. The Awaken, I would say, is pretty good, but not essential. It increases the damage factor slightly, and this skill is not as important. So if you haven't worked on Kanara, I would say try work on Freyga. She's a very good hero. And then I'd say the third priority after that would be a hero probably like Nico. Although I would steer away from gold key heroes if you can, as you'll passively be able to upgrade them through gold keys. However, of course, if you're loaded mid-spender, you can invest into this in order to get the max Kanara and Nico pair, which is really, really good if you don't have Hosk, okay? Now, if you're a mid to high spender, and you play Cavs, Frondel is a really insane hero. Got a great damage factor, it flies, so you can pair it with Thea or Craig, or you can pair it with Freyga with flying Cavs to do an insane amount of damage and harass. I would say that's a really good hero to choose. Bakshi's okay, but I would say Frondel is probably my preferred Cav over Bakshi, unless you obviously have Emrys unlocked and Awaken, with which Bakshi is the best pair. And then if you're an Uber Whale, obviously I would go for Skogul. I would say Skogul is the new kind of best infantry hero, along with the other new infantry hero, which I have not yet unlocked, and that is Goresh. However, obviously you can also work on Maddie, which is still a really good hero in this season, and really, really good for infantry trading. So if you don't have a Madeline at 5111, I would say try to get Madeline to 5111 so you can start using her with Garwood in order to merit trade. So just to recap, I would say for everyone, Kanara is an amazing choice to unlock and awaken if you can. I'd say the second priority would be Freyga as a second option. And then after that, it's really personal preference and what heroes you try to focus either to get to 5111 or higher as a mid to high spender. Okay, so all the best. I hope that helped you guys think about which hero you're gonna go for, and all the best and have fun fighting in the field. See you guys around.